Three things you definitely did and didn't catch in the 2024 F1 Australian Grand Prix. Something you may have missed was Fernando Alonso leading the race briefly after Lewis Hamilton's retirement from the Grand Prix. Alonso led for one whole lap, then pitting under the virtual safety car to pick up 10 seconds of race time on his competitors during the slow period. Lewis Hamilton retired for the first time of his final campaign with Mercedes. While on the third DRS section of the track, his Mercedes engine cut out and didn't come back to life. Lewis coasted to an opening in the barriers, negating the need for a full safety car. Next to something off you definitely saw was Max Verstappen's mechanical failure on lap 3, or one of the many camera shots during the race of him in the garage. Arguably getting more screen time walking around the garage, pit lane and paddock this race than when he leads Grand Prix. Starting the second lap of the race, Verstappen's right rear began to smoke. Beginning speculation over its cause quickly came to a close when the right rear brake caught fire, causing his retirement. Something else you may have missed was Daniel Ricciardo falling behind teammate Yuki Tsunoda. Ricciardo's pace was consistently half a second per lap slower than his teammate Tsunoda. It was a tough homecoming for the Australian, failing to score in his return to Albert Park. Those being the facts, Danny's race engineer was pleased with his pace. Christian Horner's golden boy did well in his third race of the season. If he wants to be in the conversation to be Max's teammate next season, he is going to have to start taking steps forward in the races to come. Another thing you definitely saw was that piece of debris at the final corner. Even if you weren't watching the race too closely today, we are sure at some point you saw the piece of carbon fiber at the second to last corner. It seemed to be there the whole race. And we have safety cars, real and virtual, and some pretty massive gaps for marshals to be able to get out onto track in case anybody wanted to send a move around the outside at the penultimate corner. Did you catch Gunther Steiner making his debut in the post-race interview interviewing the drivers? The former Haas team boss turned Formula One pundit has been bussed in front of the cameras lately. Since pre-season, Steiner has been in the paddock working for German broadcaster RTL this season and appearing on F1 TV broadcasts as well. We are sure that many fans were pleased to see his presence in front of the cameras after such an enjoyable race. The last thing you definitely saw in today's race was Oscar Piastri being robbed of a podium at his home race. At the start of the Grand Prix, Oscar was looking set to become the first Australian driver to officially stand on the podium, alongside his fellow countryman Mark Webber, who was helping hand out the silverware before the champagne showers. But when Lando's first stint was extended by the pit wall, this changed the complexion of the race for the Aussie completely. Once swapping positions, Oscar fell away from Lando during each stint, even flat spotting his third set of tyres, forcing the need for a new set of lap after the mistake. That being said, the McLaren drivers backed each other up, finishing third and fourth, representing the team's best finish of the young 2024 season. Hope you enjoyed the first episode of Things You Definitely Did and Didn't Catch, Australian Grand Prix edition. Like and subscribe to stay up to date with everything going on in the world of Formula One.